certainly a difficult match. Very good NYC team. They were by far the better team. And, I think that started just in the first half. I got it wrong. Our pressing was wrong. We couldn't get effective pressure to the ball higher up the field. They were able to get into the wider areas. And once they advance with the ball, they do a really good job of finding pockets to receive and run to goal. So we really struggled with that in the first 45. I thought it was better in the second half defensively. But on the night, in a game where you're defending for long periods, you need some moments where you can have that quality and movement to be able to get out of pressure and get out of your own half. And that was hard for us on the night. But what I will say is I can only credit the players who were put in obviously a difficult spot with the opponent, with how the game was playing out to be able to get a point out of this game. That's a testament to them.
All right, we'll get straight into questions. Pat, go ahead.
Pat, to get out of here with a point and probably to get some other things accomplished as well, namely being able to rest some players. Is that like best case scenario for this match for you?
I think best case would have been we won and we played better, but it's a hard fought point. And I thought we did, again, defensively defended the box, pretty well. Didn't get effective enough pressure to the ball in the defensive third of the field where they were able to get some services in the box unopposed. We could have done a better job at that. And I thought, again, that got better in the second half against a team that knows how to find these spaces to put teams under pressure and get to goal. So a good point. We had some guys that got some, minutes to continue to push them along with Dom, with John, Ray, Ian. I thought, they all came in and worked very hard for the group, putting the quality aside. And so, we'll see how we recover for a quick turnaround and deciding what the strongest 11 will be for us to start the game against San Jose.
You guys got a pretty interesting own goal. We're just thinking of moments for NYCfC. Hebert went off the crossbar second half. We talked a lot in past weeks about things that befall this team and don't break your way. Did it feel like a little bit of justice tonight to have things kind of go your way?
Well, it sure felt like we got out of here fortunate with the point based on the performance. So whether it's us finding some luck after a tough stretch of things maybe not going our way, I don't know. But again, it's just the mentality of the group that allows us to even walk off the field with a point, because they suffered through long stretches and they did it in a way where they showed a strong mentality. It's as simple as that. So, that point's on the players tonight.
We'll go to the Zoom now. Laurel Failer.
Thank you. Pat, you said at the beginning that you got it wrong. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on that. Like, did you feel 5 changes in the lineup was too much and they were just disconnected because of all that? Or what did you feel like you got wrong, I guess?
No, just the tactical approach from the defensive side of the ball specifically. We anticipated a back four, so we trained how we were going to press against that, something we'd seen in the last matchup. Obviously, they had played with 3 against New England, so depending on what personnel was out there, there was a little bit of uncertainty as far as what we were going to see. But once we were able to see what that looked like, it was, how can we be more effective in getting our front 3 pressuring the ball? And I thought, early on, it was just being too narrow and allowing their, outside center backs to just take a lot of space. And, it was hard for Ray and for John to know when to release, when they were pinned back a little bit in wider positions. So it created central pockets where they do a very good job of coming off the back line. So there were moments where our center backs, with Nick and Ian, they had no responsibility. And so, that was what I mean, where we got that wrong. And then I think when we flattened out and pushed Alvaro a little bit higher in between the two of them, early on in the second half, we saw a little bit of an improvement of how we could space it better to get more pressure to the ball, make it more clear for Obi and Yuya, who I thought were, too deep at times. It allowed them to push higher. It allowed our outside center backs to understand what the danger would look like and where they could press forward as well. So that was the biggest, I think, problem that they caused us tonight, that led to many other challenges.
And then you guys have had these stretches lately where you just haven't felt like it's been the best performances. Is there, do you feel like you guys are just trying to find yourselves again? What do you feel like has really, you've talked about some of the consistent things with like the pressure, getting up higher up the pitch and things like that, and
Right.
distribution at times. But just overall big picture, is there something that you feel you guys are lacking, or is it kind of just that late season grind kind of hitting you guys?
It's just trying to find more balance in a complete performance with and without the ball. Our last two games, I think we defended really strong, to be able to get, 3 points in the previous game and one tonight. But with the ball, we're struggling for some quality, for some ideas, maybe some consistency in the group, certainly showing tonight. But a lot of it also has to do with how we get pressure to the ball. And if we can do that more efficiently, it allows us to, transition closer to goal. It allows us to be able to play higher up the field, to be able to defend forward in ways where it becomes more clear with how we can win balls, with how we can keep possession. So it becomes difficult when you're constantly doing that in your own 18. And that's what we're trying to find solutions to.
And then can I quickly get some thoughts on Ronald's return to the pitch tonight?
It's nice to see him out there again. He's out there because his play since he's returned to the group has been outstanding, and his mentality's been outstanding. And he was deserving of those minutes. We were looking at maybe getting him out there for a little bit longer of a stretch, but there was a 5-minute period where there was a couple guys that had some issues, and we just needed to be smart about how we made some of those subs, knowing that guys had some knocks that we just needed to be aware of, so we could have 11 guys on the field at the end of the game that weren't physically struggling.